How do you choose yourself? How do you prioritize you above everyone else, everything else, in order to come closer to you, to love yourself, so that from there you can love outside of yourself, externally? You can share your love. If it's not coming towards you first, if you are not loving yourself, it is a depleting effort to give and offer your love outside of yourself. And often it is an avoiding action, an avoidance of being with your discomfort, of facing fears or resistance inside of you. And it's self-soothing sometimes to offer your love and soothe the outside world so that you feel more safe, and yet you are not being prioritized. So it's only draining you. How do you prioritize you? The trick is that we sometimes believe that there are all these like negative situations, or even what we perceive to be as negative. And it doesn't have to be huge situations, but things that don't resonate with us, or that we would want to avoid or to not choose or unchoose. And that can be relationships, situations, jobs, all kinds of things. Going to an event and deciding to leave, like all of these things that somewhere we are outsourcing our power to the external, whatever that is, the environment, people. And in that like offloading of our power, then the external is what decides when we choose ourselves. So if it's not resonating, if I'm not feeling that vibe, or if it's really just not for me, decided by the external, whatever that is, then I'll choose for myself. And that is such a powerless choice, because you are not really getting in tune with what your aliveness feels like. So you're expecting the world to offer you situations that make it easy for you to go, well, no, I don't like that. That doesn't resonate with me. That doesn't feel right to me. That is not my type of person or situation or event. And so easy. Nah, I'm not going to do it. And yet life gives us all kinds of situations. And the most testing of those situations is when we come into decision making where there are multiple possibilities, or at least two possibilities, that resonate deeply with our values, with our essence. And then we really have to feel deeply, what is it that I desire? What is it in this moment of my life? Not in my last week version of myself, or last year, or 10 years ago. What I normally do, whatever it is that, your regular habits and patterns and belief systems. But what is it in this moment that I truly desire? And how can I choose that? How do I know? Now, when you start connecting to your body in a deeper way and learning to listen, then your body will respond. And I've done podcasts about this before, where I've illustrated through examples from my own personal life choices that I've made in order to choose myself. Like, you can go back and find a story of me when my women, like my mother and two dear friends of mine, were all in the country at the same time where I live. And I had just had a yoni massage, and we were going to go out for this girls' night. And in theory, it was a beautiful plan. But after my massage, I went and I sat with them, and there was a different vibe happening, different kinds of energy was happening. And I realized that no matter how much I loved these women and the impossibility of them all being in one country at the same time, and they're all my people, they're my women. What a beautiful setting. But I needed to be with me. I needed to enjoy this whole journey that I had been on inside of my body. I needed to just lay in the park. And I knew that it would build emotion and resistance and anger in a subtle way inside of me if I went against myself. And it doesn't mean anger or frustration like projected onto them. It's literally what builds up inside of you when you don't listen to your yeses and your nos, when you don't really choose. And these were two amazing, like, go sit in the park or lay in the park in nature and enjoy this body journey, or be with my women. It wasn't a choice where it was like, oh, like, clearly I'm going to go and do that, or clearly I'm going to go and do that on the other side. It was something I had to tune into and really feel for myself in that moment. A similar moment in my life was when I chose not to go abroad. I was invited to go to Central America and South America and Asia at a certain moment when I had decided that I wanted to become a mother and to pull my energy in order to make that choice. And it was hard. I was being like, blasted with all of these amazingly like mind-blowing experiences to go and share my work with the world and, expand in beautiful locations, expand my business. And I chose that I really needed to pull my energy in at that moment so that I could really become a mother, so that I could bring energy and time and love into the journey of that, and not just leave it up to life. Like, I really wanted that. And so I wanted to give it a good chance. And it was a challenging choice. And of course, it caused me all kinds of emotions as well to make these decisions. But I had to go inside and feel. And this is the invitation to you. If you find that you are not able to truly decide for yourself or prioritize yourself, and that it is a lesson that keeps coming back in your life, close your eyes, tune into the sensations that you feel when you are exploring your possibilities. Imagine yourself in those future scenarios and feel what is happening in your body. Imagine yourself deciding in the moment and feel what is happening in your body. Is there contraction? Is there flow? Speak your desires out loud and notice what happens in your body. And of course, there are all kinds of different practices and layers of this kind of work. My invitation is to start any kind of journey into uncovering this so that you can start prioritizing you. You are the most important person for you. What do you desire? And how can you choose you first so that you can tap into your abundance of love instead of depleting yourself? That's it for now. Until we meet again. One love.